Everyone, it is the 23rd of October when we record this, which means it'll probably be the 25th of November when you're listening to this. But until then, hello.
And happy Thanksgiving.
How about go fuck yourself? Rude. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. I'm just kidding. It's Happy Halloween. It'll probably be out by Halloween.
Happy New Year, folks.
Assholes. Look, guys. I'm like the DC universe. I'm pushing back the releases. I'm down.
To be fair, I've been a little bit slow with the editing. Anyways, yeah, welcome everybody. Hope you're all doing really well. The weather is getting colder, so if you aren't already, go outside when you wear a jacket and such.
Or just go outside for once in your life.
Touch grass.
I was about to say that. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have a couple of different topics to discuss today. We're not gonna get into Eden Zero and such, but I'll let you guys, Aaron and Spidey, decide what you want to talk about first.
Well, first, how are you guys doing? How have you guys been over the last few weeks?
It's
Eric?
been weeks,
been
man. It
fine.
felt like yesterday.
3 weeks.
Damn. My sense of time is completely gone.
Yeah, it's med school for you. So med
That's
school's
the
taking
story of COVID.
Yeah,
med,
that too.
med school has taken up all of Eric's time. Getting any new sponsorships or promotions you get?
Imagine.
Him being silent means there's probably like 2 or 3 he doesn't want to talk about just yet. Calling it right now.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, I start a new job in 2 weeks, which is exciting.
Nice.
Better pay, closer to
Good
home,
shit.
less bullshit with certain people. My wife's like, better pizza, Papa John's. No, we're not sponsored by Papa John's, okay? God,
They're not
even though
even the better
Shaq is
pizza.
exactly. Which one is the better pizza, Aaron? Life and death.
I mean, I like that one local place near me.
All right, fair. So you like Domino's? Got it.
I mean, yeah. Domino's, Pizza Hut, trade blows. Domino's cheapest though, so I give them points for that.
You don't have Little Caesars?
All right, we do, but like the price difference between Domino's and Little Caesars isn't big enough for me to prefer Little Caesars now.
That's actually true because uh, Domino's has like the fucking subs and all that shit too, and the pastas.
Yeah,
They also just have more toppings available as options.
that too. Yeah. The only reason I'd go to Papa John's is if Pizza Hut is too far, because Papa John's has stuffed crust as well.
So speaking of food, have you guys tried the what's it called? Wingstop new chicken sandwich?
Yeah, totally.
I have not.
Oh, you're a fucking vegan, you sick fuck.
I
Vegetarian.
am absolutely not a vegan. Fuck you and fuck everybody
No,
who
and
thinks so.
no, not you. Look, I was talking to the other Indian, not Canadian
What?
Indian.
I literally just said fuck you, so yeah, I'm not a vegan. Bro, I eat pizza like during half of our fucking podcasts.
I'm literally eating pizza right now.
I got I'm eating the new A&W mushroom mozzarella burger. It's not bad.
Fucking nice. I'm eating Totino's pizza roll, so there's that.
I got some leftover wood-fired pizza
Ooh,
that my parents got apparently a couple days ago.
Nice.
ooh, nice. So, as King said, Eden Zero and Fairy Tail. We're not talking about them because that's only me for Eden Zero and only King for Fairy Tail. There's just here, as usual, for the DC and
Mm-hmm.
comic book conversation. I had to talk about why he's buying Bayonetta 3. I'm just kidding.
We're not getting into that.
Yeah, we're not getting into that. That's the whole kind of worm. But yeah, I think we all saw the She-Hulk series, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we could start with that. King, you could start. Oh, my bad.
I don't know. Like, I don't have any like deep opinions about it. It's not as bad as like the haters made it out to be, and it's not that amazing either. was just okay. I did like the last episode in part.
Yeah.
I thought that the quote unquote Kevin robot was like pretty cool. Although I will say that they should have just used Kevin Feige's voice and like roboticized it. They didn't.
Yeah, I was listening for that. I
Missed
was like,
it was a major missed opportunity.
mhm.
Yeah. Hashtag
I mean,
missed opportunity for like what?
in their defense, you really think Kevin Feige's got the fucking time to do that shit when he's got to deal with
To step into a booth and record
If-
5 lines when
if
he's
he
already on
cared,
the
he
screen?
would.
Yes, he does.
I think that movie that show just didn't have enough budget for it.
How
If
much
he
would you
cared,
be
he would.
paying Kevin Feige?
It's Kevin
Well,
fucking Feige, bro.
Yeah, tell me
Yeah.
how much
How
you'd be paying him. He wouldn't need that much.
Look,
Yeah.
if Helena Taylor could ask ridiculously for 6 figures, Kevin
They give
Feige
him
is
more.
I don't know who the
easily
fuck that
8
is. Okay,
to,
so I
8
don't
to
care.
10 figures.
I don't know who the fuck that
Exactly.
is. That's bullshit though. 8 to 10 figures. Okay, she's not Robert Downey Jr. He's not. Regardless, I would say that part was fine. I will say I am a big fan of the Matt Murdock and what's her face,
Bruh.
Walters. Yeah, I think that's great.
hmm Yeah, I thought the show was very entertaining.
Did you like the-
Had a good time all around. And
Mhm.
my only gripe about well, actually, I have two gripes. My one gripe is that they can't do the same thing with Deadpool again because it would be a rehash. The other gripe is, as cool as it was to see it, I felt like if it had like a little more runtime, it could have fleshed it out and shown us what happened because it kind of threw out the plot, and I guess that was a point. But it's like it just left you a
A
little
lot of it had like very
dissatisfied from
pat
the-
resolution.
Yeah.
I think it was a very slice of life show,
Yeah.
which was nice because
Mhm.
all the other shows have an overarching plot. Oh, you got to do this, this, this. This was like, nah, homegirl's just trying to get laid. She's trying to be a lawyer. She's trying to have fun.
And now we wait
And,
like a little over a year to get Daredevil born again.
And now, here, like the ending scene showed, she has family. Vin
I
Diesel,
can't believe they actually went and ended it like a Fast and Furious movie. That part was so good.
I like that shit.
What a-
I will say the Scar stuff we can talk about afterwards, but the actual atmosphere, I thought that shit was great. I'm always down
Mhm.
for that stuff.
I'm wondering if they just actually thought, yo, let's end this like a Fast and Furious movie, or if it's just like a trope. Because I feel like only Fast and Furious does it nowadays like that.
No, I think
No,
there's.
I think I think they were intentional with that because
Mhm.
they were trying to be humorous and
Yeah.
like we just said, they didn't really have a fucking storyline. They're like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
this guy's trying to be a discount Hulk, and then it just happened. So, what do you guys think about? We could talk about the Scar situation now. So.
I don't really know anything about him. I was like, all right, I guess we'll see whatever that means in the next thing Hulk's in.
It's a little weird to me only because like during the events of Thor Ragnarok and the years before that, Hulk's mind was basically like a toddler, so it's almost like whoever he slept with took advantage of him. It's kind of gross, to be honest.
I can't believe he named his kid basically after a planet.
He was
Taller.
naming him after
So
Lion
taller.
King.
Ah, yeah, I
Lion
guess.
King, bro.
More Disney advertisement.
Well, let's be fair. This was in the comics earlier, but yeah.
The
Now
Lion
let's
King
find
was
out
in
what
the
year he came
90s,
out. Maybe
bro.
it was after the Disney buyout.
Sorry, what?
Let's find out what year Scar came out in the comics, because that still could have been after the Disney buyout.
You know what? I don't. Well, I kind of doubt that it was, but by all means, like check me up on that. But it's
2006, 2007. No, it was just
Yeah,
before.
yeah, it was a couple years before.
All I'm saying is Scar was literally in the 90s movie of Lion King.
Different spelling.
So, I mean, they only changed the spelling because they're like, oh, we don't want Disney to sue us. Don't fuck with the.
Yeah, I doubt that very much. Then what about Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah. So let's just go touch on the characters in She-Hulk, right? What did you guys think of the main character, the main girl?
Oh,
Is
listen,
it
I
better?
loved
I
Pug. He
didn't-
was great. Nah, Jen was great though. Had a good sense of humor and everything.
I think the most common meme I saw, like for all the people talking about like how the people hate She-Hulk, the most common meme that I saw about the show was like a commentary meme about how unrealistic it is that nobody would want to date a woman who looks like Jen Walters, which I think we all know is obviously like an unrealistic aspect because if that girl was actually on Tinder, she would be like getting swiped right like by like guaranteed like 95% of dudes.
Would she
Yeah.
though? Would
I
she?
mean,
Bro, yes.
I
Have
get
you
the
seen the
She-Hulk.
stats? Forget She-Hulk. Jen Walters only. Like the
Hold on, let me ask my.
skinny.
Hold on, let me ask my way. Would you date Jen Walters? Not She-Hulk, but Jen Walters.
Yes.
Not asking you. Yes. Why? Yes. Oh, come
What?
closer. Come closer. I can hear you.
Sorry,
You
can you
said
hear me now?
yes.
I did say yes.
No, not you. Not you, motherfucker.
Oh,
Not
yo,
my wife. I said
50%
my
of
wife.
people would just say yes because she's a lawyer, though. Like,
I
I
literally
don't care
said my
about her
wife
fucking
and
career.
yeah, but other people do.
I don't think most dudes care about like women's earning potential. Let's be realistic about that.
I mean, if they make more, they can stay at home. I'm pretty sure they do.
No, I disagree strongly.
Why?
hmm
Because literally the literature regarding male and female relationships doesn't support that idea.
Can you cite your sources, please?
Do you want me to fucking Google it? Because I can. That men don't
That's
care
a very
about.
nice argument, Senator. Can you cite a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I didn't make it the fuck up. You can Google this shit.
So my wife is saying she would date her because she's funny,
Mm-hmm.
she's
Uh-huh.
quirky,
Mm-hmm.
Is your
dorky,
wife attracted to women?
adventurous,
Mm-hmm.
nice, and she has a fancy job. So Air was correct.
There it is.
Hello. Your wife.
Air,
So yeah, is your wife attracted to women?
she's attracted to me.
And
That
you're a
doesn't answer
woman,
the
so yeah, you're.
question.
Yes, bro. Yes, it does.
No, it does. I'm not insulting him.
Yeah, she's attracted to women.
Interesting.
Very
Well,
good.
regardless, I'm still talking
Uh,
about men. The saddle roll is different.
Oh, so Air proves his point, and you're like, nah, you know what?
Bro, you're breaking up.
She's wrong. So Air, since this
Mhm.
guy's he's gonna scrub the tape like he did last time when he called somebody a hoe.
Yeah, he's going through a tunnel.
I didn't do
Yep.
anything.
It went exactly.
Oh, suck my dick.
Or the DC Comic Con fucking
Oh,
recording.
fuck you.
Remember?
That was a
He
technical thing.
scrubbed that one too.
Why would
No
I scrub
contention.
that? That was a good one.
I don't know. You were having PTSD or something.
Over what?
I don't know. DC being useless again.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
that's more Air's thing than mine.
That would be my
Yeah.
thing actually. Eric, what did you think of Prometheus? I don't know his real
Oh
name, so I just
man,
call him Prometheus.
yeah, Pog. He was so good. I wish they used him more, but like the scenes that they did use him, especially in the finale, was just so funny.
His sneaker collection was fucking hilarious. Where she's just roasting him for having a sneaker collection. He's like, "Yo, bro, we all got something." Like, why you hating?
hmm
He was so good. He was what was his name in the show? Pug.
Yeah, Pug. That was his last name, like Puglios or something.
What did you think of Puglios King?
Pugliese.
Damn, King's still not talking to us. Damn, I'm hurt.
No, sorry, I was continuing my mushroom
What?
burger.
Nice. You're doing
What was the
shrooms. I
question?
respect it. What did you think of Pugliese?
Wait, who was that?
The male lawyer who wasn't an asshole.
How do you not know who Augustus Pugliese is?
Yeah, bro, he's
He.
the fucking
Oh, right.
goat.
Oh yeah, okay. He's not the he's the one you said was on Arrow, right? Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't really think of that dude.
Fair.
Wow. He's the only reason I watch the show, for being honest.
Oh yeah, this guy. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
he's cool. I got no problem with that character.
Like,
I mean, I'll be honest. He's kind of just like a
collection,
throwaway character if we're being like completely realistic. It's just like the show
Yeah.
throwing viewers a bone that hey, not all men suck. Whatever.
First of all, how dare you? This man does. He's just amazing. Is there any one character in She-Hulk that you guys didn't like, besides Ted or whatever stupid ass name was?
I don't know. I'll be honest. Like a lot of the characters, I don't really like or dislike them. They're very inconsequential for me.
Yeah,
There,
I thought they all played their parts
it,
well. I don't think there was anyone who actively made things worse.
well, no. I don't mean like made the thing worse. I mean like Joffrey in Game of Thrones, great actor,
No,
but you hate the character because he's such an asshole. The one I got
I
on my
mean the
nerves a little
obvious
bit.
answer here is the villains, but even the villains weren't that hateable. They were just stupid idiots. Like,
The one that did annoy me the most was the guy who thought he.
It's just like random shit, honestly, when it comes to the villains.
yeah,
No, the guy in the first few episodes, the lawyer guy who thought he was dating that what's the character? That actor,
oh,
singer name.
yeah.
That
I
guy
mean
was a little annoying.
he's just so exaggeratedly bad. I don't even like hate him.
To be fair, he does remind me of people from New Jersey.
What?
I said what I said. Kidding, I'm just kidding. uh oh, this is kind of slightly a tangent, but not really. The creator of She-Hulk is pitching a Madison and Wong show, apparently.
Is that real or just one of those memes?
That sounds like the Morbius and Wong show. That was an April Fool's joke. That was very good.
No. She actually did pitch it, but I do believe it's with Wong. I don't know if it's just her, and then Wong just
I
stepped in
just
for the
googled that, and I
cameo.
don't think that's true.
Oh, it's not.
It just said that the post-credit scene with them wasn't actually in the script.
That's weird. Weird. Ah, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I don't see
had
anything that
seen-
suggests she's actually making a thing. People are just saying we want a thing, which I would be down for because those were two like fun characters.
I don't think that'd be interesting, personally.
I'm not saying we want a
Oh,
full like adventure TV show about them, but like just a normal like sitcom of them doing
Team
stuff.
Thor YouTube video.
Or like what they did. It was like a series of shorts they did, I think, with Thor that's supposed to take place in between Ultron and Ragnarok. You could do the same.
Yeah, Team Thor.
Yeah, something like that. I would be down for that with these two, but like make them a little bit longer, or like a I Am Groot thing with these two.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch those. Were those? What were those?
And just a series of shorts involving Groot and antics and stuff.
hold on.
Hmm.
I have the video where I got it from. One moment. Here, let me send you the link. So yeah, it says She-Hulk director pushes.
Yo, this looks like Kuro posting that one YouTube channel.
No, this guy actually has actual like. He's the guy who unintentionally leaked Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in the movie for No Way Home, like 2 months before it came out.
I mean, is she actually
he's the one
pitching
who
this, or are they just like talking about this? Because like there is a difference.
Yeah.
She
If
says
someone's
she's pitching it.
I don't know. She's pushing for it. It doesn't say pitch anywhere.
Well, if you're pushing for it, you're basically
No,
pitching, you know?
strongly disagree. No, strongly disagree. Pushing for
Okay.
it can be some
All
shit
right.
doing it on Twitter. Pitching it is actually you create a presentation, you bring it to the Marvel executives.
And then they say no
Right.
because Kevin says you don't have enough money for it.
Probably. Although I will say this
Kevin's
would
gonna say
actually,
yes.
I feel like they could even approve this because like you don't really need special effects for this. This is just like two people sitting around drinking and chatting and crap. That's fine.
It'd be
I
it'd be
think they
fucking.
hold. Mhm.
No, go on. I'll let you finish.
I think they hold the MCU to a higher standard than that, and they don't want to go full sitcom just yet.
Have you
That's the
seen
thing about sitcom.
The Horror of the Dark World? Their standards are already low.
I've never heard of that movie in my life.
Fair enough.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, I don't think
No,
so. I think we just went straight from the first Avengers with Thor straight to Ultron. He's just been hanging
Yeah.
out on the side.
Mm-hmm.
oh, cool. I need a spin-off with her, even if it's like a 5 to 10 minute mini episode. And then one with Michael Pena's character in Ant-Man, just describing the events
Oh
of what's happening.
man, I can't wait for the new Ant-Man. The start of Phase 5.
I can't
I
wait for
still
Black
want.
Panther, bro. Have you seen the trailers?
I have seen the trailer, but I was just saying, I still want
Wait,
that
there's
thing
a
we talked about where we would like talk about like a little documentary series of like Michael Pena on screen, like doing the exploring and stuff, and Karun from the
Yeah,
Eternals
yeah.
like, filming it and providing commentary. That would be funny.
Dude, that
so
would be
good.
I don't know
fucking
what we name it, but
fantastic.
it'd be cool.
It'd be like MCU Adventures featuring whatever Michael Pena character is, and
Better yet, we would call it Brown and Browner.
Brown and Browner, the MCU experience.
Something like that.
That's gold. All right, you got the Disney contacts. You hit them up. Let them know. 20% equity at least, for us, yeah? Or royalties or whatever they're called. That work. But yeah, She-Hulk was solid. It was. What do you guys give it out of 10? Hopefully nothing higher than an 8.
Definitely
Yeah,
not
solid 7.5.
6.5.
6.5. Fair.
And that's relative to MCU properties.
Okay, King, I get it. You didn't like it.
No, I just don't think
Sounds
it's
like
that
you have
good.
a
I think
Hulk
they've
kit,
done better,
dude.
and they could have done better with this one too.
What about you, Air?
Like I said, 7.5. Too much water.
Too much water. I get the reference. I get the fucking reference. Um, it was for a Pokemon game, correct? Unless I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
7.8 out of 10. Too much water in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Which is hilarious because they've never bitched about um Legend of Zelda and their fucking water temple.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Weird. Yeah, I give it like a 7.5. It's fun. But lots of funny moments, but the overall story was there was no overarching plot. It was just Redditors attacking a girl for living her normal life, which was weird. Probably true, but all right, cool. All right, we could shift from Marvel to the hierarchy of power changing in the DCU.
The
Uh,
hierarchy of power is about to change in the DCU.
I mean, if we're being honest, Air, you don't even have to leave because you've already seen this movie,
Yeah.
even if you think you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, then we'll start with a Black Adam movie discussion. We'll start with the post-credit scenes, just so Eric can be a part of it, and then we'll go from there. All right, Eric. Post-credit scene. What did you think of the post-credit scene? Since you already know what happened.
I can't believe he's back. That's insane. I found that news that they were originally planning to not even show his head funny, but then I realized that that's actually exactly what they did in Shazam. So I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of lame, but I can see how they would have done it. But no, it's a lot better that they're actually getting Henry Cavill back for it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
they give him some
Well,
good writing this time.
I didn't think Man of Steel was bad. I thought Dawn of
I
Justice
thought
did
it
a good
was
job.
exactly okay or good, nothing more.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. I mean, it's my favorite Superman movie, but
Hmm.
I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think
Hmm.
he didn't really talk a lot, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Um, but it was okay. Yeah, it was okay. It was good. Um, The Rock did mention that Walter Hamada fucking glad he's gone as DC, whatever the fuck he was.
Hmm.
He didn't want Henry Cavill back, so
Hmm.
he would tell The Rock no. So The Rock basically was Karen and spoke to his manager and
Yeah, he went above his head.
his boss. Yeah, and his above his head, they were like, "Yeah, good idea. Let's bring him back." And then he's back, and then Walter Hamada was like, "I'm out. that's not really what happened to Walter, but I want to believe it.
Yeah, it's an interesting scenario for sure. And thank you, Rock, for doing this because we wanted Henry Cavill back. I agree that his performances were good. I don't like Man of Steel, and I don't care for Batman v Superman or for Justice League.
Oh, God.
But I will say that Henry Cavill is one of the better parts. Not because I also don't think he's like a great Superman necessarily. Sorry, wait. I think he's a good Superman, but I don't think he's a great Superman. I think he's
Yeah.
probably the best we're going to get in the current age. Because, in my view, no one's going to ever measure up to Christopher Reeve. But Henry Cavill's fine. I want him. Like when I read like a year and a half ago, give or take, that they were that like Ta-Nehisi Coates was going to do like a Black Superman movie. I'm like, no, fuck off. We have Henry Cavill. Just keep using him. And then it was like, what are we doing now for like a year and a half? Now it's like, okay, we've got Henry Cavill back. It seems like they are going forward with new movies. I agree with Air, better writing and more dialogue because it's interesting how you said he doesn't talk much. Somebody did a calculation in 2016 and calculated that Spider-Man in Civil War had more dialogue than Superman did in Batman v Superman. And I'm like,
What?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like they need Superman to be more like open and friendly, and that's generally what the Superman character is. Like if you he can be stoic when he's like silent and stuff. But, like if you look at like Christopher Reeve's movies, if you look at like Justice League, the cartoon or whatever, Superman is like very open. He speaks his mind. He's very respectful, and he's just generally like a great guy to like have around. And you can bring that to the movies. Like people talk about Superman being like a boring hero because he's OP and crap, and I certainly understand that criticism. But at the same time, like he wouldn't have been around for like almost 100 years at this point if he didn't have like a story worth telling. If he didn't have like characters supporting him that were interesting and added to his own character. So there's a lot you can do, and I'm glad we're finally going to get a chance. And yeah, like I said, shout out to The Rock for putting all this together because I do think he's one of those people who just has like the immense star power necessary to kind of demand this of a movie studio.
Yeah, The Rock seems to every interview and every press junket thing he's done, he's constantly going back to, well, I'm doing this for the fans. Like I know what the fans want. I'm listening, and I'm trying to give them what we're trying to give them what they want, which is nice. Because like Superman coming back, and then him, I feel like the Kevin Feige in terms of like the hype he's building around the DCEU. Obviously, not the storytelling and the planning, because
Right, that's all
only the first
logistical
movie.
stuff. That's not The Rock's field.
Yeah, but he's a fucking showman. He's a promoter, so he's building hype for a lot of this bullshit. And it's like, damn, okay, because you guys remember the Lost episode. I was just shitting on DC's Comic Con thing because they just showed Black Adam, and I thought it was like subpar, but this shit was fun. So I was like, damn,
Yeah.
okay, he's promoting everything. He made sure he's giving as long as he's not getting involved with the script or stuff like that, but he's using his star power to bring back actors or like bring in
To really
characters that
push
some
forward to
fans
create
want.
the wider DCU that we really want.
Yeah. Yeah, so if he keeps doing that and he just leaves like the script writing and the logistics shit to the higher ups at DC and with
To
Zaslav,
responsible writers.
yeah, so it'd be good because I'm liking what I'm seeing. I did tell my wife every time The Rock releases a new movie, we're gonna go watch it because he brought back Cavill, so fuck it. Even if I don't want to watch the movie, I'll watch it because he brought him back. And then
I can get behind that.
one thing, one thing we didn't bring up was the new suit for Superman.
I mean, I don't feel like
What
it's
did you guys think of?
It looks nice. I mean, I just don't feel like it's that consequential.
Yeah.
It's a little brighter. I feel like they're pushing for a more
For a
fun, a
Superman
more
with
bright.
personality.
And underwear.
Oh, he did have underwear?
Kind of. He had like a general loin cloth kind of thing.
Not gonna lie to you, I was mesmerized by his eyes. I couldn't be down with it.
Fair enough.
Some people, I was reading and listening that they were complaining that he came to Amanda Waller's aid,
Mhm.
but I was like, he really didn't. He just said, "Yo, Black Adam, we need to talk," and that was that.
Yeah, I think the idea there that people were questioning is like, why is he like listening or even working with Amanda Waller? And I get it, but I also think we have to assume that some time has passed here between like the original Justice League and this movie, because
Yeah.
evidently there seems to be some scenario where like at least Batman is working with Amanda Waller, and he's probably like negotiating stuff. And I don't know that the Justice League has fully formed in this context, but they do appear to be
Yeah.
like some kind of like independent agency similar to the JSA. Obviously, that begs the question like, why didn't you just send the Justice League in instead of the JSA? Because it's like a little bit more capable of taking on Black Adam comparatively. But yeah.
She probably the JSA probably works directly with her, kind of like the Suicide Squad did. Well, excluding what happened in Peacemaker.
Yeah,
And I
maybe. Yeah,
think the Justice
that's a
League.
good point. Like maybe the Justice League is like a last resort type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's only
Justice
allowed
League,
to
like
call them if like
you don't
other
know them.
reserves fail.
Yeah.
And my argument for the people who said, "Well, why would Superman help?" Superman loves Earth,
Yeah,
so
he would
he would
differences
come to
aside
its
if they needed
defense.
to.
Yeah, so that's just a little
And also, question: is
thing
Superman
there.
aware of like all the bad stuff that Amanda Waller has done?
It
He
probably
has super
does,
hearing.
but remember, Amanda said she has a lot of people not from this planet who owe her a favor. So
Well, no, she just said she
maybe
can
she don't.
send them. Nothing about favors.
No, they. She mentioned that they owe her a favor, something along those lines.
I don't think she said. I'll
And
look
then
up for a reaction video that has that, but I don't think she said favors. I think she just said she can send people who are not of this planet.
she did say that. I could have sworn I heard her. She said that something along the lines that people owe her. She could send someone who owes her.
I can't imagine with
But regardless of the point,
like yeah
yeah, that maybe she killed the Joker for Superman.
for
So
Batman.
Batman. What?
Doubtful.
No, because I was making the joke because of Injustice. Injustice. Joker kills
Mm,
Lois,
Oh,
baby. Yada
Injustice.
yada
I
yada
got you.
yada. Basically, she killed the Snyderverse.
good.
Cool with me.
Look, man, say what you will about the Snyderverse, but at least they had a fucking plan.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They indeed had a plan.
I mean, if he would have, I wouldn't have agreed with the entire plan because he wanted to have Lois be with Batman. I would be like,
Oh
nah,
God.
homie, you don't do that. But other
Yeah.
shit like introducing Ray Fisher's Cyborg in as a standalone movie would have been great.
Mm.
Introducing
Oh
the
yeah.
Atom.
He never got a movie.
Atom would have actually released before Black Panther, which is kind of
Mm-hmm.
sad. Um, introducing the Atom and his own movie, introducing all these other characters and their standalone shit would have been nice. Story wise, maybe yeah, it would have been a little weird or confusing, but at least they had a fucking plan. Guys, we sure as hell know that the other people didn't. But with that post credit conversation out of the way, and King's still looking for the reaction trailer or the reaction
Oh
video.
no, I stopped looking.
We could start.
But we don't need to
Perfect.
talk about the favors. It's whatever.
No, yeah, it's whatever. Point is, Superman's always gonna defend Earth regardless if he's helping Amanda Waller, whoever the fuck, because he loves Earth.
Yeah.
We could talk about the movie overall now, King. I don't know if you want to start. You want to just get key points, or you want to talk about it from beginning to end?
Key points is good with me. We don't have to like make it like super super long. I would just say that I thought the movie was generally well paced. I didn't really find myself feeling bored at any aspect of it. I think that the Rock did a good job as Black Adam. I would say probably the best performer though was Pierce Brosnan as Doctor Fate, which is not really surprising. It's Pierce Brosnan, of course.
Here's fucking Brosnan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And generally, like the movie, I think came together like pretty well. I think it's definitely one of the best DC movies we've had so far. So I'm quite happy with it. Makes it, and then, like generally speaking, I think most people would agree. It makes us very like excited for what comes next in the DCU because we obviously have the next Shazam movie coming out, and it appears that we'll have at least a few more films.
Yep. The Rock did mention that this is the first. This is the start of the first quote unquote phase of the DCEU going forward. So you kind of could see that, and like you said, just giving my general thought now. Just like you, I really liked the movie. I thought it was something a lot of DC movies aren't fun. I thought it was really fun. It knew what it was going for. It wasn't the most complex and thought-provoking film, but it just had a good, you just had a good time. I liked the introduction of some of the characters. It made me want more of some of the characters, like Doctor Fate. I would love to see a movie just with Pierce alone, even if it's a prequel.
Yeah.
The kid superheroes, I thought they were good. They're kind of like expanding the world and showing you that not all the superheroes are old, which is nice. And the only thing that I did not like, and they're not really gripes, but just things I thought fell flat a little bit, was the kid character was hit and miss. Sometimes he was okay, sometimes he was insufferable.
Yeah.
And the third act, I know that we needed it, so I can fault him for that, but I feel like we could have done without it. But I'm
Like
again,
which
you know
part?
how confusing that sounds. I feel like the conflict should have just been Black Adam versus the JSA. Nah, Black Adam versus JSA. Then they team up for the other one. I'm
Okay.
trying to be vague because I don't know if Eric's still here.
He's not.
I
He's
know he's
muted.
muted.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
so so when they fight the Demon King, because that's what I'm calling him.
sure.
I felt like that was good, but I felt like that wasn't really necessary. But at the same time, it kind of made sense because I'm very conflicted in how I feel about that. Because on one hand, yes, they needed a villain for them to connect and work together, but at the same time, I feel like JSA versus Black Adam would have been good. But then again, now that I'm thinking about it, if it was just the JSA versus Black Adam would have fucking murdered them all very easily.
Seems to be the
He was
case. Yeah.
basically, yeah. So it never. I take back what I said. My only gripe would be the kid character because I felt like sometimes I was getting where he was coming from and like what he was doing, but then there was other times where I was like, dude, calm down. You gotta relax, sir.
Yeah.
But what's a key moment you want to talk about when we are first introduced to Shazam to Black Adam uh,
In the tomb
in
scene.
the modern day? Yeah, the tomb scene. So what did you think of that tomb scene?
I thought that was like actually like really well handled. Like it's one of those things where it's like it's got the appropriate lighting atmosphere, but you can still understand whatever the fuck is going on. It's a big problem I have with a lot of DC shows like fucking Titans. It's like everything's so fucking blue and black. It's like I don't know what the fuck's going on. I can barely see the fucking people on screen. But like here, it's like okay, everything is like properly done. And I get it, movies versus TV, but like Titans could have just turned up the brightness a little bit. Like come on, I can't fucking see what's going on in that show. And
Yeah.
no, I thought it was like generally pretty cool. Like obviously, like the trailer for that aspect of the movie was like released like a year ago almost, and I thought it looked cool
Mhm.
then, and think it still like looks pretty cool now. And in general, I actually thought the CG in the movie for that scene and throughout was like generally like pretty well done. Like there's no specific obvious points where I can be like, wow, that shot sucks ass. Like it's generally like well done. Like Hawkman's
Mhm.
wings look great the whole time.
Yeah, they do. He was, yeah. I just like how brutal it was in the beginning. There's like, yeah, this guy's gonna kill people.
Yeah,
You may not like him as a hero, but he's a hero to some.
yeah.
He's gonna murder the shit out of the people who are invading his country, because fuck them, and his people are gonna love it.
I thought the revelation
Um,
thing that they did with him and his son's dynamic was quite well handled.
yes, it's kind of at first, even though I know a little bit about Black Adam, I was like, wait, is that the Rock, because you know how they don't show you that it's the Rock when
Yeah,
he's with
yeah.
the little kid, and so I was like, wait, is that the little kid? Does he turn when he says Shazam? He turns into the Rock, and then I was like, wait, no, and then we see that it's not. That it was his son who gave up his life basically for the Rock to live, which was like, damn, that's my man has to live with that his whole life. That his son just gave up his own life for his. And that was well done. I really like that aspect. One thing we get to because it's not really like a key point,
Mhm.
but the mom character, present day mom
Yeah,
character,
yeah, I know.
I really like when she calls out the JSA and she's like, you guys say you're here for justice, and where the fuck have you been for all
Yeah,
these years when we've been getting
like the
fucking
intergang guys, like,
abused?
fucking up shit.
Yeah, it's only because he's here. He's at least killing them. He's not killing our people. So what the fuck's your deal? And then I was like, damn, like she don't fuck with her, bro. She gonna murder you.
Yeah,
And I like how they didn't really have a response for that because they're like, well, um, we're just here to stop this bad guy. And he's like, how is he the bad guy when he's saving us? But that I just thought that
yeah.
in a
I think there was like
in
a
a
good
story
level
that
of
didn't have.
again, it's a good level of like moral ambiguity because it's also like, well, they
Mhm,
know stuff she doesn't know, which is like revealed later on through the whole like revelation of his son and like he was like the
mhm.
madman, his son was like the hero and stuff. So it's like, okay, so like, what do we do at that point? It's definitely like a valid question.
Yeah, I'd like in a story that didn't have a lot of good and perfect dialogue. I felt like she did that was a good scene with the
Yeah.
with perfect dialogue that gave you that moral ambiguity that you mentioned. What other key points do you want to talk about?
Uh, I don't think we've got a whole lot else. Like I actually thought the villain fight was fine, though I felt it ended a little too soon. I think it should have like gone on a little longer.
Yeah, I just wish so. I think my issue is the fight that because there's a lot of fucking action throughout the movie. There's been a lot of like catch your breath moments, if you will. Like, oh, action here. Oh, it's okay. It stops a little bit. It's like there's more action. Oh shit, there's even more action.
Yeah, I think it had
I
like
just
the
wish.
I think this movie had the opposite thing of issue of like Aquaman, where this Aquaman was like not enough action and too much like wandering and crap. And I get that that's a different type of film, but yeah,
Mhm. Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing because like action, the action was really well.
and it was well made.
Yeah, very well made, very well done. The visual effects were amazing. Whoever did the visual effects, good fucking job. Uh, I just wanted the JSA, sorry, to be like stronger, if you will. But besides Doctor Fate, because Doctor Fate clearly carried that team. Um, they really weren't, but I guess it makes sense because the two kid characters, Atom Smasher and Cyclone, are green as grass, as Amanda Waller says. Whereas Hawkman, I just felt like Hawkman should have done more for all the hype he seemed to have. I don't know. And then the final fight, like you mentioned, it ended fast, but it kind of makes sense because Black Adam clearly just beats the living shit out of all of them.
Well, I don't know.
Of
Like, he
JSA
definitely
wise.
wouldn't have been able to do that alone.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I did like that Hawkman scene where
Used
he's like, "Oh,
Doctor
I learned
Fate's
the
helmet.
trick
Yeah,
from my old friend," which is crazy because remember Doctor Fate or Cyclone said anybody who touches that helmet either evaporates to death or gets to hold it.
yeah,
So I guess him and Doctor Fate had a really strong connection for
something
the
like that. I
helmet
feel
to
like this is
the
more of a one-time
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, one time we're like, yeah, you know what? You were close with my guy. My guy's gone here.
Yeah, I
You
think
get a
that there
chance
are
to
going to
use
be
it.
like someone else is going to take over the role of Doctor Fate if they use the character again.
I hope so. Well, I hope Doctor Fate comes back overall. but I hope they do.
I feel like Pierce Brosnan
Bring the
is the kind of
character-
actor who would be like, yeah, I'll do this movie, but I want you to like kill my character, and he goes out in a blaze of glory type of thing.
Yeah, he's like, you know what, you're gonna kill me off, but I'm gonna be fucking fantastic. People are gonna want more,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be like, sorry, we can't because he's dead. There was we have the Superman cameo, the Amanda Waller cameo, the Shazam Wizard cameo, and then we have the girl from Peacemaker make an appearance too
Oh yeah.
in that underwater thingamabob.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, obviously it's not that deep, but I wonder if this takes place before the Suicide Squad.
I don't think they've mentioned it.
Because if I remember correctly, before Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad, that lady works with Amanda, and right there she's
Right.
working with Amanda Waller.
Could be like
And
it could take
post
place
Peacemaker,
afterwards, right?
Yeah, because post Peacemaker, she stops working with Amanda.
I will say I haven't seen Peacemaker.
Peacemaker's a really good.
I have
movie.
heard that,
Highly,
yeah.
highly recommend. Yeah, it's a great movie overall. It felt like a '90s action film. You have the kid character who's like the heart of
Yeah,
the story,
but
so
not in
you
a
guys are
bad
gonna
way.
really like him. Yeah. I just find it hard to believe that he had so much space skateboarding all around, because I've been to Mexico and there is hardly any space.
Yeah, fair. That
I
stuff
was
did
like,
seem a little too American.
yeah, so I was like, okay, cool. I did like when we were introduced to Black Adam, or Death Adam, if you will,
Tef, yeah.
and we got those, we get the music montage scene where he's just murdering the shit out of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, this is nice.
Yeah.
This is nice.
I got AFK for a minute, but if you have anything else, feel free to continue or call back here.
Well, I was just gonna give the score. What do you give it before you go AFK?
7.5 out of 10. Relative to DC, that's a good score.
Perfect. That's a fucking master class by DC, if we're being honest. Let's see there. Yeah, I would also give it a 7.5 out of 10. I really like. I like. Give it an 8, 8 or 9. Not 8. I'll give it an 8. 8 out of 10. Really great movie. What would you give it out of 10, baby? My wife gives it a 9 out of 10. The Spider-Gwen approved movie.
That high.
But yeah, she really she likes the Fast and the Furious type movies.
Oh yeah, I like The Rock too.
The Rock made that franchise. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I gave it an 8. My wife gave it a 9. King gave it a 7.5. So if you average it out, it's about like 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, yeah, it's around there. Basically, it's a '90s movie, '90s action movie with a kid being the heart of the movie.
There's
So
a kid in the movie?
there's for all we know, Eric could have been you as a child.
Okay.
And the guy from Fortnite comes out, like I told you. Yeah, it was a really fun movie. It's not like, I'll give you what King said. 7.5 out of 10 for DC. That basically makes it a master class, which is true.
Yeah.
And like I've been mentioning, it's very fun. It's a very fun movie, which not a lot of DC movies are, in my opinion.
Mm.
They're either very serious, or they're dark. Just look at the Batman.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait.
yeah, I got the wrong Batman. I was making fun of the fact that
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to talk about unless there's any gaming news. Besides, no, actually there is.
Gotham Knights, yeah.
Go on. Gotham Knights.
I'm hyped.
I am hyped for it when it goes on sale next month.
Yeah. Oh dang. 6 out of 10 on Steam, 5 out of 10 IGN.
The craziest part is this game has more mixed reviews than fucking Black Adam, bro. Some people call it the game of the year contender, next to Elden Ring, and some people call it the worst thing they've ever seen in their life.
No matter
There's
what,
like,
I can't see this as a Game of the Year contender, but I do think I'm gonna have a very good time with it.
and that's all you want in your video games, just like in your movies.
Yeah. Like this is
And then
made by the same team behind Batman Arkham Origins, and most people hated that game, but I
I
liked
like
it, and
it.
also the boss fights in that game were so good.
That it's funny because people hated it. Then a few years
Mhm.
passed, and they're like, you know what? It's actually a good game. We actually like it.
Yeah.
So that was funny. So we'll see what happens. I'll play it in a month.
Mhm.
Um, there's some quick. You linked some Arrow news, right?
Yeah, Flash. The villain of the Flash is gonna be for the last season, Red Death, except played by Batwoman. I'm like, man, I wanted to see more of like the Batwoman characters slash actors, but not like this.
It's an interesting choice, to put it simply.
Red Death was definitely probably the most requested villain we had left for Flash, but like, I don't know if this way is gonna be good.
I don't know what they're gonna
Oh,
do. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Maybe because, like you were telling me earlier, like Red Death. Spoiler alert: Red Death in the comics is like an alternate universe Batman. So making
Mhm.
this Red Death like a Batwoman because we don't have a Batman. I guess that's what they were going for. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like, this is just a weird casting choice. Not saying that the actress can't do it. I don't know if she can. Maybe she can.
Mhm.
I haven't seen her show, but I don't necessarily know what they're going for with the Red Death in this context.
She's definitely been stronger. I'm not sure how I can see her as a villain, but I'm curious to see because this is going to be basically the death and end of the Arrowverse. Because none of the other shows are coming back, and this is the final swan song for it. So like,
Yeah.
we'll
what
see
about
if it goes out
Superman
with
and
a bang or a
Lois?
whimper.
Apparently, Superman and Lois
Uh,
has been retconned as some kind of alternate universe.
Not
Which
even
is what I told
retcon.
Air,
Yeah,
and
I know
Air
you're
dramatic.
right. I didn't want to believe it, but that's exactly what they were saying. Yeah,
I
was that
I
during that one
I
episode, the
I
lost
accept
episode?
your apology here.
Because if so, you
Yes,
weren't right, and I don't have to acknowledge that.
you just acknowledge it right now, so we good.
No proof.
Tape script or not? Tape script or not? I was correct. Yeah.
Scrub the video. We don't need this one to go up either.
King's like, less work for me. Fuck it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. It's weird, but
hmm
it's a good show. Superman and Lois is a good show.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new season. That it's a shame that the actor for one of the kids left,
Jonathan,
but yeah.
Jonathan, we could just Lamont. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that'll wrap things up here. We talked She-Hulk, we talked Black Adam, we talked a little bit of Gotham Knights. Not much more we could say. I mean, the next comic book movie that comes out is,
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, for Marvel.
dude. Hold on.
hmm
Hold on one moment. I need to check something. Month. So I start my new job on the 7th. That
hmm
week, the 11th, we have the day off because it's Veterans Day.
hmm
Oh shit! Guess where I'm going,
I
bro?
already got my ticket.
Wait, is it actually out that soon? Oh
Black
shit! I
Panther
gotta get
movie.
tickets. I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm gonna
realize it was
get them
so
right now.
soon.
My wife's looking at me like, "Bitch, where you going?" Kind of forever, bro.
Yo, this is a 2 hour and 41 minute
Good.
movie.
Yeah, but
Oh
it's
my
the
god!
second longest movie in the MCU history, solo history, I
Holy
think.
shit!
Dude, there's so much to talk about in that, bro. So I say we do a special podcast on the 12th or 13th.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, it's a regular
Mhm.
podcast anyway, Jay. But fuck the
Yeah.
podcasting.
Well,
Mhm.
For
I
the
think this
Eden
would
Zero
be a
Verito,
regular podcast if we were going by the schedule. So
yeah, but no, I'm saying
We hijack it.
no, I'm just saying skip the regular podcast, as in skip the conversations for Mashima stuff, and we talk about Black Panther.
yeah, we should probably wait for Dav and Marissa to do that shit anyway.
Dav, yeah, well, Dav's not gonna watch Black Panther forever because man doesn't go to the
Oh
cinema
yeah,
for nothing.
Mhm.
And Marissa, she's in Texas. She's mentioned, so there's that.
Right.
So yeah, see you guys here on the 11th, 12th, or 13th. Packing Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yo, Aaron, we need to set up a channel. Not a ad, not
Mhm.
nothing. A channel for that shit.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. King, your famous outro.
All right, listeners, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to be here. We really appreciate it. Keep watching, all the DC and Marvel shows and movies that come out, and by all means, post about them in the Discord server if you want to talk about them, because I'm sure someone else will definitely want to talk about them with you. Shout out to our podcasters who couldn't be here; they'll be back eventually. And until then, we hope you're all having a great day, and take care.
Bye, guys.
See it.